Capricorn 2. 3 stained glass windows, 1 damaged by bombardment. We're looking at our relationship with beauty, and in some ways the politics of beauty. The war implied here, it comes. And if it's not war, it's other forces of entropy. There is this destructive quality to life, which we embody as a species, as war. But it's there anyway. Things don't last, not for very long. And yet things of beauty are what we mind being destroyed mostly. We try to protect what we find beautiful. And in this case, some artist created a window, and the importance of that artwork, which was originally intended to inspire people, lies in its beauty. The artist feels beauty and tries to put that into something that can last. And we all do this. We all want our sense of beauty to be commemorated in some way. We'll mention to a friend, oh, what a beautiful rainbow, or show them pictures of our children when they're at their most beautiful. And this whole sense of beauty is tied up with love, very closely tied up with love. And we notice that it is beauty which gives significance to things. Significance matters. It makes a difference to who we are, who we choose to be, how we express ourselves. And what we find of beauty and what we give significance because of its beauty is something that we like to commemorate. In this case, with a stained glass window in a church, something that will last a long time. And the commemoration of beauty is normally in physical form. It's hard to imagine how we can hold beauty throughout the years if it doesn't have some representative form. But the thing is that the form itself is not really the beauty. It's the feeling of the artist that created the form, that's held by the form, and then is released by the observer. Not every observer is going to see the same physical thing as holding that beauty. It's very subjective indeed. And by our awarding significance to items of beauty, we register our belonging to a group of people who find the same thing beautiful. It's very much more easily possible to find harmony and rapport with people where one's sense of beauty is shared with them. Now, this can take the form of the Mona Lisa and other artworks in one area of society, but it can also take the form of rap music and football performers and so on in different groups of the public. I mean, we all find different things to hold beauty for us, and that defines the group to which we choose to belong very often. It partly contributes to that definition anyway. And we really find out what we find to be of beauty, what we hold as the standards of our beauty, by what we protect, what we defend. So the forces of entropy, perhaps war, are coming at us, and we have to defend what we can. A limited sense of what we own is defensible. And so we focus on what we hold to be most beautiful. Obviously we would take care of our children first, but what would we protect next if there was war coming? Some people would protect their money, wouldn't they? Musicians would protect their instruments. Geeks would protect their computers. It'd be interesting, wouldn't it? And it's, in a sense, a controversial sense, war gains a certain validity as a sort of social evolutionary process by forcing us to become clear about what it is we value most. What do we protect when push comes to shove? What do we find most beautiful and what we find most valuable? They're very often related, if not the same thing. And in one sense, we're able to notice the extent to which we can let go of our attachment to things of trivial importance, such as money. It doesn't matter if you can't spend it. It doesn't matter if you can spend it if you can only buy trivial things. What matters with desperate situations is the important thing for us to work out. And we have forgotten what's important. At some point in the last few hundred years, most of us lost sight of the difficulties that we have to face in life. And the things that really matter are things that we can reduce those difficulties to what is survivable. Beyond that, we move into art, and the commemorative aspect of the stained glass window speaks of a time when war is not at hand. But when war is at hand, such as now, we can't mess about. We have to get our values straight. We have to invest our energies and our resources in something of consequence. Whatever you find to be of beauty and of value and of spiritual importance that deepens your sense of who you are and what is your essence purpose, your essence self, even if you have to die for it. This needs to be known. And in Capricorn 2, we examine the circumstances whereby that becomes known. And basically, it is, when threatened, what do you protect? That's what you value.